Okay, hi YouTube. I'm back. This is Dr. Ashley, and we're going to do another first impressions of a new eyeshadow palette out today. Today we are talking about the Suva Beauty Saffron eyeshadow palette. This is a 9-pan palette that just released, actually I want to say Sunday or Tuesday of this week, so that would have been like the end of September coming into the first part of October, and it looks like this, and it's very beautiful. I like it. I think I told myself initially, I was like, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna buy it. Not gonna do it. Don't need another warm tone palette. But I went to go return something to Sephora, and we have a Riley Rose in the water tower. I live in Chicago, and there is a store called Riley Rose, which this palette is available at. So I stopped in there and I saw the palette and I swatched it, and then you know the rest. So I figured since I was returning one item, this would kind of be a good substitute for the item I returned. So I did pick up the palette. I picked it up from the store called Riley Rose, which is actually a store where a lot of big indie brands are carried. I think the only major brand that they do carry is Stila Cosmetics, because you know you can find Stila in Ulta, or they have them in major department stores and in Sephora. But they carry brands like Suva Beauty, they carry Lipland, they carry Beauty Bakery, they carry like House of Lashes, Girlatic, Colored Rain. They carry quite a few different brands that are popular that you normally can't buy in stores, and you have to usually buy them on a website. So I was interested to check this palette out. I have never used Suva Beauty before, so the brand is actually new to me, and I like trying new brands, especially if the product is enticing or looks pretty or something I'm truly interested in, or have heard enough about the brand. This palette is available now on their website. I was checking out the Trend Mood 1 Instagram page. It says it's available on their website. However, I did not see it on their website. I did just check. Today is October 3rd. It's available at Riley Rose online, and it's available inside their store. So if you wanted to check it out, it's $35, and this is a 9-pan eyeshadow product. So I have the little unicorn right here, and it actually has the same design as the front right here, which is super cute. And this has a 12-month lifespan once it's open, and it does not say if they are cruelty free or or vegan. I'm assuming not, because it isn't listed on the back of the carton. Suva Beauty is based out of Vancouver, which is in the province of British Columbia in Canada. So I was just very intrigued about this palette. So let's jump into some swatches, and then I do a demo on this look. I have used the palette once before. I'm still gathering all my final thoughts on the palette. So check that out at a later date. I will post my final review about this product, but today is just the first impression and demo. So right now I'm going to jump in and go ahead and live swatch this palette for you all. First we have Coriander, and I'm probably going to really mess that up. We have Saffron, which is a beautiful shade. Paprika. I'm going to build that up one more time for you. I'm sorry, that was cinnamon. That's cinnamon. This is paprika. To wipe my hands off. And then we have turmeric here, which is this nice pretty yellow gold. Then we have ginger. We have the shade Star Anise. We have Starso. And that actually picks up as well as it on the brush as well as it does when I just swatch it here. And then we have Clove. And those are the swatches. So if you look at the swatches, you might be underwhelmed, especially with the mattes, but I used them in a demo. You can see what you feel about them. This is my second day using the palette. I used all of the matte shades today, and they do perform very well. I think swatches are very important so you can see what the color scheme of a palette looks like against a person's complexion, because that's usually the way I tell if I want to get something like, do I feel like that's going to work with my complexion? Do I like those tones against my complexion? That's what draws me to a palette. If I don't like the tones against my complexion based off of the swatches, it's usually a hit or miss for me. So as far as if I'm going to buy the palette or like the palette. But however, I really don't feel that swatches actually indicate how well a palette is going to perform, because I have swatched many of things and it swatches beautiful, but it's so hard to pick up on your eyes, or you have to work so hard just to get that color payoff. So I could say with the swatches, they are a little deceiving. They might have been hard to see just with the lights and not picked up true to color. But if you did see, some of the matches didn't really, some of the matte shades didn't really pick up very well when I tried to swatch it, but that was not the case with my eyes. And of course I am wearing the eyeshadow primer. It's the Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Caffeine. So just being said that I'm using actually a darker eyeshadow base, I think that is you know, a testament to how these shadows perform. As you can see, I've used this palette twice. I don't have any kick up in the pan, and I think you can get quite a wide variety of looks. You can definitely get some neutral gold looks. Most of your matte shades, they are more on the red side. Hence the palette is called Saffron, and that is a red spice. So if you're not really into red tones, then this might not be the palette for you, just because your transition shades or the shades that are, or the matte shades that are going to carry some of the look are like this color and this color right here, and then you have this dark brown. So those shades are very, very warm, and they're very red in tone. You don't have like a warm brown to kind of dull the look down a little bit. But overall, I'm very happy with this palette. To me, this is a type of neutral palette that speaks to me. I like warm neutrals, very vibrant warm neutrals. That's something that I enjoy. So let me know what you think down below in the comment things. Please watch, please subscribe, please comment, please like the video, and please hit the notification bells for when I upload new videos, and then check out the demo. Hey YouTube, so I'm back. Let's jump into this demo. I have the Suva Beauty Saffron palette here. And so my eyebrows are already been filled in. I used the Anastasia brow definer in the color Caramel, and then my eyelids are already primed with the Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Caffeine. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with a big fluffy crease brush. And I'm not sure what I'm doing today, but I think I'm going to go ahead with this shade Cinnamon. I'm picking it up. This is not my first time using this palette. This is actually my second time. I used it yesterday, and the shades, they perform pretty well. I was pleased with my look that I created, and they did have good staying power. So I'll just like insert a picture so you can see what the look like. What the look looked like. That's kind of like a tongue twister, guys. What the look looked like. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some more of that color Cinnamon, and I'm just gonna build it up to the intensity that I wanted it. So with this palette, there isn't like a lighter shade for a transition. Well, you could use ginger, but I wouldn't really prefer that on my complexion. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with Cinnamon and just build that up. Hopefully you can just see it a little bit better there. And I'm like lightly blending it into this area right in the, I don't want it to be too dark. Keep the focus of most of my color on this outer V area. Then I'm going to switch brushes, and I'm going to go in with this Sephora crease brush, and I'm going to take the shade Paprika. Sorry, you hear my brushes like rattling around as I pick them up. So I'm going to take Paprika on the Sephora crease brush, stamp the color right here. Now, I was using Paprika. I haven't used it like by itself, but I wish it was just a tiny bit more vibrant when you blend it over the color Cinnamon. And maybe I should have started with Paprika first, but here we are. It's not bad. Between the two looks that I got yesterday, I was pretty happy with what they look like. Never used Suva Beauty before. Just kind of patting that color in and blending where it's needed. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this Sephora eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to go ahead and dip into this color called Clove. I have not used this color yet. I'm going to pat it right here on the outer corner. Excuse me, that is not my inner corner. I'm going to pat that on that outer corner. Pick up a little bit more. And I'm patting and then blending. With darker colors, you want to be careful that you don't just like go in too heavy-handed or be careful how you blend them, because you'll lose the intensity of them. So I'm just patting. Oops, I like that gradient. It's giving us in that inner corner. I hope you can see it. I think this look is a little bit more dramatic than what I was going for today, but you know, it is what it is. And then I'm going to wipe that brush off, and I'm going to take the shade Sarsa right here. It's middle pretty plum shade. Let's see how it picks up. Not too bad. Let's tap off some of that. And I'm just going to kind of layer that on top. I'm not going to go right here in the inner corner, but I'm going to just kind of layer that on top in this area. Ooh, that picks up very nicely. I have not wet that. And if you don't know, like, purples can be very hard. Try to scoot closer so you can see. This is what we're looking at right now. Ooh, I really like the consistency of these shimmers so far. Like yesterday, I used Saffron all over the lid, and it was gorgeous. Oh, these complement this outer corner so nicely. I'm going to pick it up a little bit more. And I'm just going to kind of fade that into those matte shades right up there. See what I'm doing? Just lightly like fading it in right there. Taking it above my natural crease so you can see it when I look forward at you. Okay, so I'm going to wipe that brush off. I'm just going to kind of flip it just in case it's any darker shadow residue remaining. And I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to take the shade Turmeric, which is right here. I think this is a cute palette name. And I'm going to fill in this space right here, inner corner. All the way like from the very inner corner of my eye Oh, that shows up very nicely. And then I'm just going to blend the two together. Put in that little indentation right there, and that's very gold. So we're kind of going from like gold, yellow gold to that purple. So what I think I'm going to do is put a little bit of saffron just to kind of marry that color sarso and turmeric together. So I'm going to take that same Sephora brush, pick up the color saffron. It's just kind of like a bronzy red color. And I'm just going to kind of put it in between the two. Ooh, it gave it a nice, I hope the camera can pick it up, cool effect. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do the other eye and come back on. That was very simple and I really like it. Okay, so I'm back and I finished up the look. I hope you guys love it. I think it turned out very nice and I'm actually quite impressed with this palette so far. I will continue playing with it and give a full review. So thank you for watching today, YouTube, and I will see you guys later. Thank you. Bye.